Give me 9, give me 9. Oh, won't you give me 9? Give me 6 plus 3, give me 7 plus 2, give me 8 plus 1, give me 9. Now here's your 9 at 9.
Ollie, you're up first.
Yeah, number 9, fit check. I'm living for these blouses right now. The 4 men in these pictures are in the new short film Strange Way of Life, and it's premiering at the Cannes Music Festival. But who cares about the movie? Cannes is all about the fashion, and this group, they're like slaying it. It's all about the exposed skin, the sleeveless silhouettes, the deep V-necks, the collection, of course, from Saint Laurent. These blouses say, I'm here for the romance, but don't be fooled by the sweetness. I'm also a little bit naughty. I've got more on my TikTok, #BlouseBoy. It drops at 1:20 Western Pacific time.
That's like that old International Mail catalog from the 90s.
Good old school stuff.
The old deep, super deep V.
Oh, man, they had pirate shirts and safari jackets.
They have it all.
Number 8, ProPublica has another great story about how rich people game the system. The headline, the newest college admissions ploy, paying to make your teen a peer-reviewed author. Yes, parents can pay a few grand to have their high school kid enrolled in a mentor program that will work with them on independent research papers. So, as an example, if they used a high school sophomore really likes Chick-fil-A, why doesn't she write about how she likes their marketing? And then her research can appear on the website of a new online journal for high school research called the Scholarly Review. And voila, your little girl is a peer-reviewed author. A lot of top schools like to boast that their incoming class engaged in academic research, but they generally didn't or don't identify the journals where the research appeared.
I mean, you can't even just be a regular good high school student.
Yeah,
you have to have all of these bells and whistles now. All right, number 7, Chip and Joanna made it popular on their mega hit show Fixer Upper, but it's 2023. Enough with the shiplap.
Yeah.
Designers say it's the most overused home trend of all time. It's fine if you want an accent wall with the boards on it like that, but you don't need it on every wall. It's like paneling used to be. Remember, Larry?
Yeah.
Shiplap can also be pricey and hard to maintain. As time goes on, you may need to sand it or paint it again. Other options, wallpaper. Makes a visual statement without the commitment, especially with so many peel and stick options out there. But look at that, shiplap on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's everywhere you turn.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's all, cyclical, but the wall paneling hasn't come back yet.
No,
not
and
yet.
neither have the stripped mirrors that my parents had on in their front room. You know, so that would be like, ooh, wait, what a huge house we have. It's not a bungalow after all. You almost walk right through the wall. Ooh, you fooled everybody.
I remember my neighbors had that, and when I was a little kid, I went in like, where is this other room? And I kept going back.
Who's that handsome guy there?
I gotta go meet that guy.
I got to dig up some pictures of that. That was fancy. Woo.
All right, this one's for you, Larry. Number 6, astrologers are the new travel agents.
God.
There are lots of people out there who believe in that sort of thing, and they're not making decisions on where to go or what to do. They're leaving it all up to the stars. An astrologer will consult your solar chart before determining the best vacation plan for you. Depending on what your chart says, your astrologer could suggest anywhere from Dubai to Des Moines. And there are hundreds or thousands of TikTok videos on the subject and lots of apps that focus on astrological signs and travel advice. So
Wow.
Get on that as quick as you can.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good side hustle for you, Larry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can just make stuff up. That's the best. You don't need to know anything.
Yeah. You can include your invisible leaphicon in the decision making.
There is more gravity coming from my pen than planet Jupiter right now. So is this affecting you, Robin? Where should you go on vacation?
And my answer is always Peoria.
Yeah. All right. Number 5, you might be better off not knowing the side effects of the medicine you're taking. A study of cholesterol pills shows patients who are told about side effects are more likely to report having them. Researchers had test subjects take either a real drug or a placebo for 3 years. Both groups reported that they were having the side effects that they were told about. What's not clear is whether people are reacting to what the doctor says or what they hear in commercials or read online. It's also possible that the side effects are coming from a different ailment altogether.
All right, number 4, if you've been on a soap opera for more than 40 years, you have quite a few stories to tell. So let's take a deep dive into General Hospital's Tracy Quartermaine, played by award-winning actress Jane Elliott. Tracy Quartermaine is the daughter of a super wealthy mogul, Edward Quartermain and his saintly wife, Lila. Tracy started out as a socialite back in the day. Once, when her father was faking a heart attack to test her loyalty, she failed. She
Sounds like something your dad would do.
Which daughter's going to help me? She purposely denied him his meds, so he tossed her out of the will. She was haunted by the ghost of her deceased brother, which landed her in a mental hospital for a while. She married a mob boss, and when he turned up dead, she inherited his empire. She ran a pickle relish company, beat brain cancer, married Luke Spencer, the same Luke as Luke and Laura fame. She's not on the show all the time these days. Her latest storyline, she's blackmailing her granddaughter and forcing her to spy in a fashion magazine for industrial espionage purposes. So she's a lifelong villain, huh?
Wow.
I'm not familiar. I was never a General Hospital gal.
Huh.
Is that Elvis with her?
Yeah, she was in his last movie.
Wait, I can't hear you, Mike.
You got to turn me up.
Okay, turn the mic
She was in
on.
Elvis's.
She was in his last movie in 1969. It was called Change of Habit, and she played a nun in the movie. Yeah.
Wow.
And then at the end, she left the order. I don't want to do a spoiler here,
Yeah.
but it spares you.
Wow.
But yeah, that's her.
What do you know?
All right. All right, number 3, from the late 70s to early 2000s in Ghana, Africa, they had mobile screenings of the big Hollywood movies. They would take the film, or maybe even just a VHS copy, from town to town and sell tickets. And the promoters wanted to make sure they sold tickets in every town, so they had artists create these incredible movie posters for the films, and they made them on old sacks of flour. They were sturdy and could be rolled up after the movie and taken to the next town. What makes them great is that there is a lot of artistic license taken. Again, those promoters use diesel generators and a truck to show the films, and they wanted to make some money. So let's see some of these. For Jurassic Park, the artist added a golfer to the poster.
And look
why?
at that. Ugh.
Maybe to make it seem like the dinosaurs just started attacking people on a golf course. They're trying to sell tickets here.
Yeah.
All right, next one is for The Godfather. You can see the reference to the horse's head. And who can forget how the giant cigar-smoking cat was a huge plot point in that classic?
Huh.
Remember that?
No.
And E.T., the timeless film that paired two geniuses, Spielberg and Michael Jackson.
What?
Let's see what's going on here.
Why was Michael Jackson on the poster? He wasn't in E.T.
Well, it was,
sure?
that was a famous picture. What was that? They were on the cover of Time or something, weren't they? For something? I'm trying
I
to
don't
remember.
know. But, you know,
Anyway.
it sells tickets.
They were
That's all
close
that matters.
friends.
Yeah.
In real life, they were friendly.
And that's like the guy from Alien. Remember, he had the thing on his face?
And the bottom thing was Invasion of the Body Snatchers with the paws. So I don't get what's going on there. But look at this, Face Off. Somehow made Nicolas Cage look even crazier than he really is. Look at that. And the last one, The Office. You got karate. You got some weapons.
Is that oh, that's an axe.
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, I don't
but,
remember the guns in The Office. Yeah.
More interesting.
Yeah.
I like those, though.
Pretty cool. All right, number 2, here's a very scary looking creature from the bottom of the ocean. It's a bobbit worm.
Oh.
They hide in the dirt of the seafloor, then they come up and wait for a fish. What the?
Whoa!
Blech. Wait, where's
Yeah,
the
which
fish?
one?
Here it
Oh, there we
comes.
go.
This is
Here it
gonna
is.
get
boy.
exciting.
Oh, no.
Almost got him.
Here we go. Just,
Oh, and the fish is gone.
oh, man.
Wowee.
Wow.
They actually have incredibly powerful jaws that can slice a fish in two.
Wow.
Oh, no.
This is
Isn't
like a
that
horror
exciting?
film.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this. Grabs the fish, then brings him into his burrow to eat.
Oh, come on.
Because the
let's go.
bobbit worm kills with a toxin, it can eat creatures that are much bigger than itself. And guess what?
Wow.
Under all that dirt, the bobbit worm can grow to 10 feet long.
Wow.
Wow.
And if you're wondering about how has this not
That's
been
a
a movie?
squid. I know. How have we not heard about this yet?
Calamari.
It got its name in a 1996 book about animals in reference to Lorena Bobbitt.
Ah.
What?
What?
Wow, they seems like they could have done better than that.
Huh.
We've only known about it since 1996?
Huh.
Well,
Wow.
All right.
All right, number 1, Paul.
Yeah, Rick Moranis was a big comedy star in the 80s and in the 90s and things like SCTV, Ghostbusters, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. His wife died of cancer in 1991, and he had 2 kids to raise, so he stepped away from Hollywood. And besides a few things here and there, he stayed away. So let's enjoy this unique opening monologue that he had for SNL back in 1989.
Wow, one-man band.
Oh, that's a union violation.
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh, he's going to get himself killed. This is a great idea for a segment, though. I like this.
Well, he's doing everybody's job.
Yeah.
He's hiding in pants, man. This went on for a while here.
Wow, you can do it all, huh?
Wow.
I miss him. I wish he'd come back
Yeah,
and do something.
Yeah, that's great.
I think he did some cell phone commercial for Ryan Reynolds, like a little cameo, but otherwise,
Good for him.
nothing.
Yeah, that's a 9 at 9.
Give me 9, give me 9. Now here's your 9 at 9.